Welcome back, everyone. This is Cindy from Collectanea, and today I wanted to show you the envelope that I'm going to make for this easel card that I put on last week. And it's a 5x5 card, and it is dimensional, so it needs an envelope that's a little bigger than a normal envelope for a 5x5 card. So I'll show you what we need. I am using a Martha Stewart scoreboard, a piece of brown craft paper. This is 8.5 by 8.5, an 8.5 inch square. The paper was 8.5 by 11, and it's Coordinations, the Crafty pack from Joanne. And this is called cardstock. I wouldn't call it cardstock, I would call it a heavyweight paper, but it's or a very lightweight cardstock, but it works well for an envelope. And because the card is brown, I decided to go with a craft colored envelope. And then this is what I'm going to use to line the envelope, and this is one of the prints from the card. The inside of the card had this polka dot on it, so I'm going to use that to line the envelope. And then the other thing I'm going to use is some crafty power tape. This is from Scrapbook Adhesives, and I got this at Joann's as well. So I'll set that aside for a moment. And then you need three other basic things: a ruler, a pair of scissors, and then a pencil to do some marking. So I'm going to move a couple of things out of the way and then show you what you have to do first here. With this 8.5 by 11 inch square, and this is the piece that comes with the Martha Stewart scoreboard. It slides into the corner here so that you can do envelopes with it, and it easily stores underneath here as well. When you have your square or your piece of paper, whatever size it is, cut, then you want to line it up at the edge. And on this particular one, I am going to score it, since it's a square envelope, I'm going to score it all the way around at 3 1/4 inches. So here's 3, and each one of these is 1/8. So I'm going to score it at 3 1/4. Make my scoring line with this little tool that comes with the Martha Stewart. And so 3 1/4 again. And you're going to do this all the way around the envelope. And since it's a square, all these measurements are the same. You want to score hard enough that you can get a nice crease, but you don't want to score so hard that you poke a hole in the paper. Now when you are finished, what you will have is a square that has little lines on around it, and then in the corner there's a little triangle, and you need to cut that out first. I'm going to remove the scoreboard for just a second, and then pick up my scissors. And you can see right here is this little triangle. I like to cut a little wider on the outside of those so that I don't have any of the card caught in the edge of it when I fold it up any better. And just make sure that the lines meet, and you'll notice you'll get a little notch out of it. So you're just going to fold it up, get a nice crease, use your tool to go across it. And what should happen, and will if you measure correctly, is that you'll end up with a nice square envelope. And that's the envelope itself. All you would have to do now is take some adhesive. I use tape, ATG, and you just want to you put these sides in first, and put a piece of tape there and here, or actually it's better to put it on this one. Fold it up, and then you've got your flap, and you can take care of that. And if I were not going to line the envelope, I would be finished at this point just to put it together. But since I want to line it, I'm going to set that aside and pick up my other piece of paper. This is a 6 1/8 inch this direction by 5 1/8 inch rectangle. 6 1/8 by 5 1/8. And the only thing that you want to do with this is you want to find this center, and then you're going to cut off one section so it looks like the point of a triangle. Okay, so the dimensions for this are that you want 5 1/8 by 6 1/8. You want to score this at 3 inches from one end. Alright, I pull the Martha Stewart scoreboard back for a moment and slide this out of the way because we don't need that. And then I'm going to score this at 3 inches. And then that is where I will fold it to fit it where the crease of the envelope is. Now I want to come up just a short distance from that and make some markings, but I don't need the scoreboard anymore. So once again, I'll get that out of the way. And now I'll need my ruler. So I'm going to come down from the same direction that I went 3 inches. Here's my 3-inch line. I'm going to come from that same end, and I'm going to score at 2 5/8 inches. I like to start at the 1 just so I know I'm on the right spot here. So 2 5/8 would be actually 3 5/8 from where I'm starting here. Alright, now all I need then is the center, and since this is 5 1/8, I need 2 1/2 plus a 1/16. So 2 1/2 would be 3 1/2, and right there. Oh, but once again I need to move it up. Alright, and that's where my point will be. Now, all I have to do is line up my markings. This one here and this one here. And you can tell once I get to this point, you can tell that it's starting to look like the inside of an envelope. So, and your pencil marks are on the back, you won't see them. So before I put the envelope together and get it all folded up and in place, I'm going to crease this on the line, on that 3-inch line that I had, and make sure that's nice and flat. And then I can put this in, and notice I've got about the same distance from all the way around the thing that I had, and it fits in there very nicely. So I'll just get my ATG gun and put this down, and then I'll fold up the envelope. Alright, when you have that all together, it will look like this. And you know that it doesn't go all the way down, but you're going to fold the sides in, and then the bottom up, and so you won't see anything that's beyond where that polka dot is. So I'll go ahead and put these down. I find it easiest just to put the tape right on this one edge. Alright, now the envelope is down and ready to go. And all that you need to do is take some kind of double-sided tape that you can put down that has a piece that you'll peel off later when you seal it and put the envelope in. I'm just going to trim a bit of this. Whoop! Threw that piece on the floor. Pick that up in a moment. I'll just put that right on the inside there. And that once I get the card signed and into the envelope, then I will remove this white backing piece and just stick it in there. And all I would have to do is pull the white off and put the card in and close it down. And just to show you how this works, the envelope is ready to go, and the card slides right inside, and since it's bigger, it's enough larger than the normal 5x5 card, you can see that it fits in there well and still allows some space for the dimensionals so they don't get squashed. So thank you very much, and that's what it will look like. When I put it through the mail, it looks just like a regular envelope, and when my friend opens it up, minus this stuff, it will be a lined envelope and it will look very nice. So thank you, appreciate it. Leave me a comment, let me know how I'm doing and if there's something else you'd like to see. Bye-bye.